Okay, guys. I've done stupid things before. This is probably one of the dumbest. I don't know what that noise was. Okay, we are probably in the wall of Hurricane Zeta right now. I'm going to flip this around. And so I am sort of under shelter. Right? This is my porch. That's right beyond my porch. You can see trees bending. And the power has been kind of off and on. So I wanted to get this done just in case we do lose it for a good long time. This is what the approach of a Cat 1 hurricane looks like. Now we're in a little bit of a calmer mode from it, and in a minute or two it'll probably crank up again. And when it does crank up, I may lose. What you may find is the internet signal literally gets blown away, and so the video may freeze even if the audio doesn't. This is just this is crazy. Just crazy. So I think we're in a little bit of a lull, and that's the thing. You get these, I don't know, you get this. These things are alive, you know, so it's like a heartbeat, and you get a huge heartbeat for maybe 20, 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then there's a little bit of a lull for a minute, and then you get it again. And don't be mistaken, like, lulls are not exactly what I would call pretty. They're just not as bad as it is when, and here I think we're going to be getting one again. Holy crap, hold on. I'm going to lean up against this post. This is this is hurricane strength wind and rain. Do you see those power lines? What we don't want to happen is those power lines snap. You see that transformer shaking up there. We don't want to lose that. You see those trees bending. We don't want them coming down. And the lights just flickered again, which I don't know if that means it threw me off. No, it looks like I'm still alive. I'm gonna see if I wish I could zoom, and if you stand out in the rain, that was a dumb move. Oh no, let me just not do that. Get back under. I was gonna try and show you that light pole there, the one down there where the light is still on. That pole is now leaning, so it took a serious gust of wind. But this light has gone out. And I don't know what that's about, because see there, I still have power. That pole still has power. That's my transformer. So, and again, I think we're in a lull. You know, the winds are maybe 20, 30 miles an hour instead of 75. 80, 90. This is, see, we're in a nice little lull right now. I know some of you are commenting and texting, and my phone is so wet I can't really see what it says. So I'll watch this when I go in a few minutes. And folks, look, if this were, and that light came back on, if this were worse, and I'm not saying this is not bad, but if this were a hefty category 2 or higher, I would not be outside doing this. It's not right to do it even. This is at a category 1. But we're having some power issues. And that may be interrupting my feed, my signal. But at any rate, I'm undercover. You see here, this is my porch. That's what I'm under. And I've got a door right here I can run inside. And I'm going to do that in just a moment. Just give you just a little bit more of a taste. Here comes a big one. Hang on, guys. I'm going to brace myself. Just hold on. And it feels like maybe it's dying down again. And by again dying down, I mean we're still, I don't know, I wish I had a measuring instrument. Anemometer, is that what that's called? The one that measures wind speed? Because I'm guessing we're probably at least a consistent 30 miles an hour. And then we get these segments like this. Hold on. These are a little more than 30 miles an hour. This is, I don't know, it's just a lot, you know, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, I don't know. I'm bracing myself on it. You see those columns? I've got a column at my back right now, so the wind is coming at me. So, feet are in. Because if anything's going to go flying, it's not going to be... That chair's moved several times. I just keep kicking it back. Vespa is not going to move. Scarlett ain't going anywhere. She's got a full tank of gas, and she's weighing about 500 pounds. She ain't going anywhere. That bird feeder, I'm just waiting for that to come flying at me, though. And we're back into, this is probably the softest lull we've been in a half an hour. I mean, it's almost quiet, and it makes me wonder if we are now going to be heading into the eye of this storm. The prediction was that the eye would be over us in the 6 o'clock hour, and I think we're probably approaching 6 o'clock, and I think the storm actually was moving a little faster than they anticipated when they made that 6 o'clock hour prediction. So it would not surprise me when they were saying 6 o'clock hour, they were talking about there goes the power again flickering. They were talking about you know, somewhere 6:15, 6:45, that time frame we'd probably be in the eye. And when you hit the eye, you got nothing. And you can look up sometimes and it's a blue, totally blue sky. There's no wind, there's no rain, there's just nothing happening in that eye. And that's going to head right over us. And that's going to be happening in the next probably half hour or less maybe. And fortunately, the bottom side of this storm has already started to deteriorate even further. So I don't think the second half of this hurricane for us is going to be as bad as what we've been going through in the past half hour, 45 minutes or so. I think we're in the thick of it. And again, this is a lower end category. This was a category 2 earlier today. It was 1 mile an hour away from category 3, but it has crossed over much of the coastline, and by the time it's getting to where I am in New Orleans, it's down into the category 1 range. And I'm not making... I admit this is stupid for me to be out here. I just think this is cool, and if I can share it and be safe, and I'm trying to be as safe as possible, and that's what I want to do. And I'm going to go in just a minute, gang. and I'll read when I get inside and get some hot coffee in me. Cause look at that bird. That's just crazy. Why is that bird flying? That bird's like my spirit animal. It's a dumbass. So I think we're picking up again. I don't think I didn't like the sound of that. I don't know what that was. That was not thunder. That may have been, there went the power again. That might have been a transformer. I don't know what that was. Okay, here we go though. So we're not heading into the eye at the moment because holy smoke, here comes another one. This is a rough one coming our way. Hang on, I'm gonna brace it. Hang on. I'm telling you to hang on like it matters. Let me just say I am hanging on. And it's whipping. Woo. And the lights flicker again. And I'm getting a 100,000 plus without power in my area. I just got that notice. I don't know if I lost my signal. I just got a notice 100,000 plus or without power, 100,000 plus in the area. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and while we're in a little bit of a lull right now, I'm going to begin to wrap this up. This is calm right now, very, very calm. There's still a lot of rain spray, you see that, and you hear it, I'm sure, and it's still very windy. But you know, wind like you would get in a rainstorm, as opposed to what's going to happen probably in another another half a minute to a minute, where it's going to crank up to hurricane winds. This has been a nice little lull that we've been in. This one's lasted, I should have watched the clock, but it feels like it's been about a minute at least. And so maybe it is that we are finally getting to a point where we're heading into the eye. I don't know, because even the rain is now starting to become much, much more minimal. And again, I mean, it's all relative. There's still a fair amount of water coming down. Up here comes the rain. And it's just deceptive. Oh, Lord, did you see that? I don't know if the camera picked it up. There was a large greenish flash, which tells me a transformer blew somewhere. Because that was not a lightning flash. It was... definitely electrical, but not Mother Nature's electrical. And I'm surprised we didn't hear the boom. But this is it, folks. This is what hurricanes are like on the Gulf Coast, and this is kind of a mild one. And you can see why when they get to approaching Category 3, which is why people get the heck out of Dodge and they evacuate, and because they you know, they'll rip roofs off and they'll fly cars into houses, and it just gets crazy. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down and get inside, and hope you guys are all doing a little better than I am on this Wednesday evening. This Padre wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings.